Hello and welcome back to Chantel Motivational Production. If this is your first time on this channel, welcome. Thank you so much for coming by to watch our video, and I hope you come back again, and I also hope that you subscribe at the end of this video. For all us returning subscribers and our returning viewers, thank you so much. Thank you for all your support. Thanks for always coming back, and I hope that you also like this video as usual. So what I want to share with you in this video is the fact that your present nor your future do not belong in your past. So you should stop focusing in your past. You should stop spending half of your time, half of your life dwelling in the past, talking about things that have already happened in the past and forgetting your present and forgetting everything that's happening around you at the moment. All right. And this video applies to you if you are a man, a woman in your 18 years and above. All right. In your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, this video really, just like every other video on this channel, this is as important as the rest of them. So I need you to really pay attention, because it's important that you receive this information and think about it and try to see which direction your life is heading to. All right. So this video is actually about bringing into your realization or reminding some of you to stop living in the past, to stop dwelling in the past, all right? To stop referring to referencing everything to your past, all right? Because it doesn't belong, your future or your present moment doesn't belong in your past. Your past has passed, and everything or anything that has passed can never come back to present or can never go to the future. All right. So it has passed. You have to learn to let it go and focus on the present moment so that you will be able to create a future. All right. The truth of the matter is, it is extremely hard and painful to let go of a past that was extremely hurtful to us. It is so hard to not dwell in it or to stop thinking about it. But again, it is even harder and even more painful holding on to it, living in it like it was happening then. All right. I want you to understand the difference. As much as it's hard to stop dwelling in the past, to stop dwelling in the painful past, I need you to understand it's even more painful holding on to it. All right. So what I'm trying to say is that when you hold on to that past, when you keep dwelling in that past, when you keep living in that past, you are bringing that pain, you are reliving, you are living that pain over and over. You are living that experience over and over, and you can't move to the future. You can't even live in the present moment because you are constantly in the past. And this is why I said it's causing a lot of problems in your relationships, in your marital homes, because there are things that you would do that it's because you are still holding on to some pain. You are holding on to some negativity, some things that should have been let go in the past, but because you brought them into your present, you can't even enjoy the present moment because you are still consumed in that pain. All right. So this is part of the reason why I keep saying that you cannot continue to live in the past, because it's affecting your present. It's affecting everything around you. It's affecting everything within you. It's affecting your relationship. It's affecting your marital home. It's affecting your kids. It's affecting your job. It's affecting your emotional life. It's affecting you in every area of your life. And so it is so important to understand that there are two things there are more, but I'm going to mention two things that I seem to see a lot of reoccurrence when I talk to people and I try to understand where they're coming from. And I will always mention the first one being our upbringing, all right? A lot of times we are brought up sometimes by our biological parents, sometimes, by, our adopted parents. It could be anyone that could have brought us up, depending on the situation, the circumstances that happened within the time that you were born. And whatever education that we received, whatever experiences that we were exposed to, those things built our foundation. They formed our beliefs, they formed the way we look at life, the way we think, the way we perceive things, all of those things. And so sometimes they turn out to be really, negative, like really toxic, because you will agree with me that, it's real that some of us come from homes that we experience physical confrontation, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, all those things. And so we grew into that. We learned those things. Those things became part and parcel of us. And so now we are all grown up. We know this is what we know. All right. And what I'm trying to say is that I see grown-ups who turn to still hold grudges, who turn to hate their parents for, bringing them up the way they did, or teaching them what they taught them, and for that reason it's affecting their lives, it's affecting their present relationship, because they are doing the same things that they saw, the same things that they learned, all the abuse that they experienced. But what I always try to say is that if you knew otherwise then, you would not have been exposed, or you would not have let yourself been exposed to those circumstances, to those situations. All right, that's the first thing. That if you knew, so you did not know, you were innocent. Number one, you were innocent. So I need you to stop there, all right, and think about it, that you were innocent when you were exposed to all of this. The second one that I always say is that, be it your parents, be it your guardian, be it your neighbor, or whosoever, groom you or brought you or nurture you or brought you up, they gave you the best that they had. They taught you what they knew. They told you, or they exposed you who they were. All right? So they taught you what they knew. Everything they knew, that's what they knew. And I always talk about this generational. It's generational. What you learn, you will teach your kids. And your kids will learn and will teach their kids. Okay, so if it's something bad, if it's something negative, it will continue to go on until someone actually breaks that chain, until someone actually puts a stop to that. So what I'm trying to say here is that this is all they knew. So I need you to understand there's a reason that we talk about forgiveness, because when you understand forgiveness, you would know it's a very important part of your healing. It's a very important part of you moving forward. It's a very important part of you letting go of something. So you understand the reasons behind it and you are able to learn to move forward. You will be able to let go of it, to detach yourself from the past once you are able to forgive and let go, because your parents or your friends or whosoever that did you wrong in the past, they did the best. They did to you what they knew best, all right? And like I always say, people will express what they feel inside. Whatever comes out is what they feel inside. A lot of times they will express it. All right. But now we're talking about the past, we're talking about the present, and we're talking about the future. Now the past is in the past. We cannot do anything about it. We cannot edit the past. We cannot change anything about it. But there's one thing that we can do to go back to learn some lessons from the past and be able to think and to see if those things are things that we want to apply, we want to continue to apply moving forward. What are the things that we learn about our past? What are the things that we want to modify? What are the things that we want to see change? What are the things that we don't want to extend to our next generation? And that is the importance of our past, when we are able to look back and learn and not to hold on to it, because holding on to it, it's more of like a regret thing. When you're holding on to some things that you can't let go, like you are regret at the same time. Why did this happen? At the same time, you cannot let it go. But it shouldn't be that way. You should not be stuck in the past because it's not your fault. Everything that happened, you did nothing wrong to deserve everything that you experienced, everything that you were exposed to. You learn from the best. I always say you learn from the best. Your parents, whosoever is grooming you up, is the best for you, because that's the person who is in charge of you. So they will give you what they know. They can't teach you what they don't know. They teach you what they know. Did they know any better? No. Because if they did, you would know better. All right? So sometimes we get really, really hard on ourselves on things that we cannot change and things that are in the past. All right? So it's important for you to pay attention to some of the things, some of the pain, some of the hurt that you're holding on to understand that these things you cannot go back and edit. They have happened. If you knew better, they would not have happened that way. But you did not know better. You did not know. But now you know. Moving forward, it's what is very important. What are you doing? What are the steps you are taking moving forward? Because the steps, the action that you take today, the actions that you take today will actually determine the outcome of your future. Whatever action you take today will determine, tomorrow's result or whatever outcome is going to be. So let's forget about what yesterday, it's past. All right? How is yesterday going to help us improve our today? Because our future is based off today. Whatever we're doing today. All right? So, in the nutshell, I want you to understand that your present, your future do not belong in your past. You have to learn to forgive. Forgiveness is something very, very, very crucial. And if you would like for me to do a video, if you would like for me to talk more on forgiveness, I need you to put in the comment section, because it's key. It's crucial. It is so important. You cannot forgive anyone else if you do not start by forgiving yourself. And the reason why I say this is because forgiveness comes from within. When you forgive yourself, you are able to forgive others. And when you realize that whatever thing that happened to you in the past, you had no control over it, you did not know any better, you did not trigger it. As long as you have that in mind, you will be able to forgive yourself to begin with, because it has to start with you. You will be able to forgive yourself. And then the second thing, when you are able to understand that, be it your parents, be it your spouse, or your ex-spouse, be it your friends, be it your guardian, be it your community, whosoever that raised you, they gave you the best. And this might not be the truth. Because what I'm saying is for your own good, is for your own healthy mindset. It's for you to stay positive. All right? Because you cannot control what other people are thinking, but what you can do is you can think about things in a positive way. to help you grow, to help you move forward. All right? And this is why I'm saying that whatever they gave you, whatever you were exposed to, whatever education they gave you, they gave you from their best. All right? Take it that way. They gave you what they knew. They taught you what they knew. And you learn what they taught you. Now, because then you did not know any better, you learned everything they taught you. Now, you know much better. It's time for you to make some changes. All right? And to make decisions. How do you want to move forward? How do you want to change your life? How do you want to change? How do you want to make things different with your your next generation? All right, you're breaking that chain. You're breaking that chain of that generational pain, that generational. All right, thank you so much once again, and I will see you in the next video. Please do not forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. Share this video, like this video. Leave your comments, what you think about this video, if you're going to be applying these tips that I'm sharing with you. All right, and I will see you in the next one.